past February, we learned about the importance of being in a healthy relationship. Watch this next segment to learn how to recognize the signs of an unhealthy relationship and when to seek help. Please welcome to the show from Chesapeake Community Programs, Lori Van Horn, Community Program Specialist, Kim McLearn, Volunteer and Group Facilitator, and from Chesapeake Integrated Behavioral Healthcare, Prevention Specialist, Kristen Martin. Welcome to the show, ladies.
Thank you.
Now, what does an unhealthy relationship look like, and what should somebody do if they suspect that they're in one?
So, unhealthy relationships have signs of maybe possessiveness, maybe being controlling, maybe being some abuse, physical, mental, emotional, verbal, financial. And those are all like warning signs that you need to leave. It's time to go. It's not going to be productive.
And I would say that never blame yourself. When people abuse someone in their relationship, it's a choice. And you can't change that person unless they want to change themselves. So that's really important to remember, is to not blame yourself if you're a victim.
Right. And don't be ashamed to leave.
Exactly. Find your support system too. That's really important. And if you can't, or you need someone objective to talk to, you can always call the Domestic National Abuse Hotline.
I would think sometimes it's difficult to talk to somebody you know. Sometimes it might be easier to talk to somebody you don't know, because you could be embarrassed for anybody to know. Is this the case sometimes where somebody's in an abusive relationship that
they may feel some shame or some sort of embarrassment speaking to somebody that they do have a relationship with, somebody that they do know. So speaking to somebody that they don't know, they may be more amped to release all the information to gather more help.
So what should somebody do if they find themselves in this situation?
First, you have to acknowledge it. You have to acknowledge that it is an unhealthy relationship. Without acknowledging that the relationship is unhealthy, it's going to continue to downward spiral. Call out to the Domestic National Hotline that we just spoke of. That's going to be a great resource to get you directly to the shelters or the police that you may need, the assistance that you're going to need, period.
Now let's talk about healthy boundaries in a relationship. Can you talk a little bit about that, how to set those boundaries?
So communication is going to be paramount. Knowing that first of all, being friends with somebody and being in a relationship with somebody, being an acquaintance with somebody, all of these relationships have to be defined. You know, as we talk to our teens, everybody is not your family. You're not in a relationship with everybody. You don't love everybody. And at the healthy dating class at Shell, we kind of give that information to the teens. Just because you go on a date with somebody doesn't mean you're dating. You know, just because you're friends with somebody doesn't mean that they mean you the best. You know, there are people out there that mean you harm. And so we kind of define in the class, we define what types of relationships, your acquaintances, your friends, dating, and being in a committed relationship. And I'm sorry, what was the question?
We were talking, that's okay, we were talking about boundaries. And, and would you think that maybe it's a good idea to set boundaries early in a relationship? Because once you're already in that relationship, it's a little bit hard to backtrack.
And that person needs to know what you like and what you don't like, what you're comfortable with, what you're not comfortable with, and that needs to start from the get-go. That's why communication, like she said, is so important on every single level.
Absolutely, absolutely. What is the Healthy Dating Program? We talked a little bit about teens, but tell us about that.
Through the Department of Human Services, the community programs, we have a series of classes called SHELL, which is an acronym that stands for Safe, Healthy, Ethical, Lifelong Lessons. And we have an empowerment group, drugs and alcohol, healthy dating, and internet safety. In the healthy dating class, we just talk to the kids about these things. And these are kids who are 13 to 17 years old. So they're just forming relationships maybe for the very first time. And sometimes they don't have a whole lot of guide to go by or role models even to take from. So we're teaching them, if you're going to be in these types of relationships, this is the information that you need to have. And it's a phenomenal class. Kim teaches the class, great facilitator, and it's just giving those kids that information that they necessarily wouldn't have.
Now, what is covered in the class? Can you tell us a little bit about what is covered?
So we do define the relationships. We do talk about the red flags, where it's time to go. We do speak about abstinence. We as the class facilitators, we support and we reiterate and we encourage abstinence. But we also understand that our teens are making decisions. So we do talk to them about protecting themselves and protecting themselves each and every time with 2 forms of protection. We talk about the 3 Ps. We talk about having a conversation with your practitioner, your parents, and your partner. So we have these open and candid conversations with the kids in an environment that they feel welcomed to speak openly, outside of the courts over top of their heads. It is a very, it's a welcoming environment. So they do speak freely and they walk out with the information. They ask questions and we answer them. We give it to them raw. We tell them, we give them facts from the state of Virginia, the health department website. We give them facts about the risky behavior that could happen, the
Number of AIDS that are
the
in
cases,
Virginia.
Statistics.
the morbidity statistics of the communicable diseases. So we give them that information so that they can assess their risk with their behaviors. And we give them to...
And hopefully change that behavior
Right, absolutely.
if it's negative.
Yeah.
Now, what programs are available through CIBH?
CIBH offers the Safe Days program, which is an evidence-based program. There's 2 ways that we can do the program. If you belong to a church, you're a parent, civic league, or any kind of organization, I can come out there to a group and run the class and send the booklets home. It involves a lot of parental involvement. So the second way is if you're a parent and you want to request the program through me, through my phone number, which is 757-549-6281. And I can send a booklet home, and about a week later, I will call and check on you, see how it's going with your teen. And the worksheets that come in each booklet take about 50 minutes, so it's not super time consuming. It's very interactive with your teen. And then a week later, I will send you the next one, and there's a total of 5. And it's a very interactive program with your teen. A lot of discussions, a lot of worksheets, very fun activities to get them engaged and to really speak to your kid about healthy relationships.
And you can customize these?
Yes.
Okay, great. Now, how does somebody find out about these classes? How can they get more information?
We've got it on several of our websites. It's on the city website. It's on Chesapeake Are You Ready website.
I also
Where's
include
yours?
it in the prevention newsletter that
Okay.
I send out at the first of every month. We're trying to get some more avenues to send it out to a greater population, but we're really working on that. And all the shell dates are in there.
Okay.
So that's another way to find out information too.
All right. And one last question. These classes, is there a fee associated with them?
Nope.
No,
Okay,
they're
that's
all
the best
free and
part.
open to the
Great.
public.
Everyone
Well,
loves
thank
free.
you. Thank you, ladies, so much. I appreciate it. Appreciate your time. A lot of great information, and we'll be sure to put the contact information up. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
If you or someone you know is in an unhealthy relationship, help is available. Call the National Domestic Violence Hotline at 1-800-799-7233.